Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jim here. Welcome to Grassroots Piano, and we are working out of this book still, and we are now at page 82. We're getting really close. Greensleeves, awesome tune, lots of chords going down. And this tune is played slowly for this arrangement, and it's overlapping pedals. So let's take a look. And because of copyright, I can't really narrow in on the pictures, but the camera's working pretty good. Thank you for understanding that. So let's go over to the other camera and look at page 82. You want to get used to practicing this. When we're playing chords and now pedaling, we can maybe think too much and we lose the sense of beat. A lot of learners like clear instruction when they're pedaling, and they want to try to get the pedal nice and clean, but then when they put the pedal down here, they're a little late on the beat. And I'll demonstrate what I mean by that. So I'm just going to try this exercise first. We have A minor way up here. So the pedal's down, our sustain pedal. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So you do kind of pedal a little bit out of time. What's really important is to understand that the sound has to be cleared before you get to the next chord. The other thing that learners do, some like to have an adamant way of doing it. So they have the pedal, they're playing 1, 2, 3, the pedal up, and then they get to the chord. That's okay. Better that than just flooring it and having all these sounds. It gets very muddy. That's what we want to try to avoid. So it's a quick pedal up and down on the beat. I had a teacher for years. She would say, listen to your sound. And that's exactly it. Maybe record yourself. If you're new to the pedal, don't be hard. It takes some time to get the pedal down correctly. All right, so I'm going to play this exercise here. This is page 82, pedaling time. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 to the F chord and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Repeat. 1. So you're going to be getting advantage of hand position here of the different chords, and then also getting the pedaling. You can count out loud, play with a metronome if you like. If you like these series by in the playlist, you can go ahead and hit that like button. It reaches other awesome learners like you. So the next one we have A minor to G to F to E, and this time it's just one bar each. So they wanted you to look at the tied notes. You can see in the first exercise, so it's really 6 counts you're holding it. And now we're going to be trying it just for 1 bar each. So right about there. Here I go. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you ever watch a pianist play and they have the different pedals, oftentimes the foot going up is a bit out of sync. They just want to get the damper shut so everything's quiet so we can get to the next sound. I had a teacher also practice just play a note or a chord and then hold it and lift it up and get used to that action on that piano or keyboard. That's important. Then you can also put a little beat to it. 1, 2, 3, 1, and lift it up. And then connect it. 1, 2, 3, 1. I don't have a pedal cam on this video. I do have them in my course, but you can do a lot by just coordinating and taking it slow. So where do we go wrong with the pedal? Well, I'm glad you asked. For Greensleeves, well, we kind of know this, so I'm just going to play it. So you play. I didn't lift the pedal up. I'm just thinking about rhythm and hand position. Rhythm and hand position. So you want to break it down like what we just did. So before we go to, I'll play the whole piece for everyone soon, but before I do that, let's take a look over here. That is very important. That's like for legato fingering to play really well. You're doing what we call a substitute fingering. I just want to make sure you can see it. So, whoops, you got that D there, 1 and 3. So what I'm doing is I'm playing our 1, 1, 2, 3. And I'm playing and then here. Playing here because that sets us up. And some learners like, Jim, why do I need to do that? There's a pedal there. No one's ever going to know. I'll know. No. What's important is when you get into harder music, you're going to be depending on substitute fingering. It's really like a legato fingering. Well, they put it in this book, finger substitution. So you're holding 1 note and you're getting to 3. Super important. I do think this should have been introduced a bit earlier because now we have the pedal and all that. So you're going to really practice that. Some learners kind of cheat and they don't really do it, but you want to try your best to get that 1, 2, 3. So you got 1, 2, 3, 1. Other than that, it's a fairly easy piece. I'm going to go fairly slow, not too fast with the pedal. And my dog Frankie might come in. We'll see. 1, 2. Believe it or not, that is not that slow. It's 1, 2, 3, dee, 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 dee. It's pretty moving. Lousy singing, but don't tell anyone. But the reason it feels slow is the melody is very legato. Okay? You can go slower. It's not going to hurt anybody as long as you are making it musical. We are going to go to page 84, and I believe, yes, more about chords. A lot of theory on 84. We're going to make this harmless. All right, so here we go. 84. Let's go. Come on. I'm going to go through this fairly fast, but be effective. What I'd like to do is when we're looking at chords, we're just going to break it down in major thirds. We did a lot of work with half and whole steps. So with major thirds, you can think of it as 4 half steps, okay? The other way, and I don't know if they have it on this page, you can think you're in the key of C, because we've learned about C. We can play the scale now. All right, and so for a major third, it's the root, and then the third here. That is part of the chord. And we are going to be building about triads, and the way to do that is you have your root, third, and then the fifth. Here they bring it up through half steps, which is micro-learning, which is fine, especially when you get into different keys and chords. You're going to want to look, as they say here, let's see how the camera's doing, everything's all rocking and rolling. We got 4 steps, so we got 1, that's 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. Okay, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. And then for a minor third, which has a little of a darker sound, we have just 3 half steps. Some learners like that. Those who are very detailed oriented, you know who I'm talking about. So we have the perfect fifth. I didn't jive this way, but we'll behave with the book. It's 7 half steps. It's C to G. So if you know your scales, in this case, I know you guys know C scale because you've been watching every video in this playlist. It is the root and the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a quicker way of doing it. But you can count the 7 half steps. That's 1 half step, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And sometimes that's a good lifeline because when we're playing in a new key or we get a little tired, you can go back and check your work. Nothing wrong with taking the time to think through the notes. When we go through the major third, in this case, excuse me, the major triad, it is the strong notes of the scale, root, third, fifth. They're introducing this now because we're kind of backpedaling, getting a little theory, and now that we're doing some playing. And then they talk about the minor third. And the minor third is the same thing, but you lower the third by a half step. So here's a major, and then minor. You can see here, number 5, they say play each one. And I'm going through this kind of fast because, you know, it's a YouTube lesson. We have cat videos to watch. I'm just kidding. All right, so we have a C major, and then now minor. All right. And then you have a D major, and that might throw some of you off, so then you have to go back to the half step rule and count. 2, 3, 4. Then we want to make a D minor, lower the third, half step. Let's make a major E chord, lower the third. This is something, if you fast forward and got to here, you're going to be lost. This is a good point in learning on how, if you want to take it seriously, you got to cross off the boxes. And then down a third. Now we're going to talk about chords in A minor. The reason we're doing this is because the next tune we're doing is going to be in A minor. So the primary chords in A minor, 1, the 4, and the 5. So we are down here, and we have our A minor. Then we go to the 4. And then we go to the 5. We have a G sharp there because you might remember we did a little A minor work earlier in the book. In the harmonic minor, we raised the 7th. There it is. 1 resolves. Excuse me. Really important. The next part is this section and this section. If you don't have much time, definitely work in this section because that's important in the piece that we're going to get into. So we're down here for the first. That's our root chord. D minor with some inversion, and then we go down a half step. E7, and then repeat that. Good time to practice pedaling. 2, 3, 2, 3. That's the time I have for today. We'll do some other tunes next time. At a glance, we're working on D minor. Oh, and then Scarborough Fair, which is a beautiful tune. And one of the reasons we have a lot of slower songs in here, and then sometimes a little faster. Slow is really important for new learners or someone like me that's busy. This can calm me down. It's perfect because it's a rainy day, so it was fun to record this. I wish everyone well today, and take care. Keep playing music. Bye for now. Bye.